Man, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of this constant price increase stuff is getting really messy. Am I right? Like, I'm going to be talking about two things here today, and hopefully people can understand where I'm coming from with all this, because I'm sure there are people that have the same mindset. But both Netflix and PlayStation recently announced that they have price increases. I'm going to be going over Netflix first, and I know people are going to try to critique, like, oh, AI and everything being shown here with the Bing search results. But it's like they do link to their sources and everything, which when you open it up, it'll show here for where they're getting this information from if you wish to even see where all this information is coming from first. But Netflix, when I'm going on Bing, because that's always my preferred search engine, I know I'm not normal, like, compared to, I'm using Google Chrome and using Bing instead of Chrome, or Google, but I don't care. But, you look up Netflix price increase 2026. Yes, Netflix has increased its subscription price in 2026 across all major plans. Netflix implemented a new price hike that also brings up the... That's the fun thing about this AI thing. It also brings up the sources and everything, kind of popping that up. But they have implemented a new price hike starting in late March 2026. Ad-supported standard plan now costs $8.99 a month, so it went up a buck. Plans without ads went up another $2, and then same thing with the premium plan. And adding extra members in these plans will also be more expensive. So instead of making it $8, it's going to be $10. So everything is increasing in price no matter what plan you go through. Like, I got rid of this back in November. Now, roll out of notifications. Obviously, people are getting the emails about this because that's the right thing to do. Let people know that, hey, at this point, you're going to get more expensive. I know Peacock kept doing the same thing, but not all at the same time with everybody. Now, the reasons for increases. Netflix cites the price adjustments part of its strategy to reinvest in content and improve overall service, including expanding live programming, video podcasts, and original series. The company has also increased spending on entertainment offerings. The plan to invest over $20 billion in 2026. The price hike follows similar increases in January 2025 and October 2023, reflecting Netflix's ongoing approach to margin management and content investment. I have two questions, though. Number one, you're saying improve the overall service. What exactly do you mean by that? Because these companies keep trying to say that all the time, but yet there's never really any changes to improve it whatsoever. Like, it's just the same platform. And two, to reinvest in content. Like, this service is notorious for constantly swapping things out and taking movies and shows away without any real notice or anything, and then just still increasing the price. So it's like you're being charged more for content that doesn't stick around. Like, it's constantly going in and out and all that. So it's just like, it's hard to really take both of those statements seriously in bold, saying reinvest in content and improve the overall service, when we haven't really seen much to really prove that, like, to justify something like that. It just feels like, oh, more expensive so we get more money. And impact on subscribers, of course, the obvious thing. Once again, people are being charged more. That's why I got rid of Peacock and everything, because, like, I know the WWE, like, I only had Peacock because the WWE content got carried over by WWE Network being shut down here in America. So we had to go there, and it's like, it was fine being like $5-6 a month. Then all of a sudden it like doubled over the last couple of years, and finally I just said enough, because like I don't even check it anymore, because these price increases were happening like once, maybe twice a year. It didn't feel like anything was being added. And, like, if you're a WWE fan now and you go on Net and Peacock and everything, so many things have been taken away. It doesn't even justify a subscription anymore. Oh, you can watch The Office, you can watch this show, you can watch that show. Not everybody's going to be interested in all these different kind of genres for like programs and everything on one service. Like, if we just had the WWE Network again, that would be understandable. Everything's all connected with a similar theme and feel and genre to it. But stuff like this, like, it just gets frustrating, like, seeing these prices increase all the time. Because it's like, you got people that are subscribed to multiple services, because not everything's going to be available under one service whatsoever. Some people are going to need, like, Netflix and Peacock and the Paramount Plus or Paramount Network, whatever they call it nowadays, and Disney Plus and all this stuff, just because of all the different kinds of programs that they want to watch. And that adds up, seeing all these services like being combined at once. It's like, it's just a big headache for people to try to have all this just to get their entertainment and all that. And especially, like I said, with everything becoming increasing in price every single freaking year, it's like, it doesn't feel justified. But now the other one. Yeah, the PlayStation 5. This just recently made the rounds. You go on to social media or search engine, look at PS5 price increase 2026. Sony is raising the PS5 prices globally starting April 2nd, 2026. So the day after April Fool's Day, with the base PS5 now $649.99 in the US, and the Pro is almost $900. My gosh. Oh my gosh, that is just nuts. And then they got the other versions of it and everything for what the prices will be. It would be nice if it said before and after for everything, but disc version of PS5 here in the United States, $649.99. The digital edition, so without the disc drive, it's about $600, so you save $50 not being able to play the physical form. The Pro, like I said, is jumping up to $900, and the PlayStation Portable is going to be $250. And it says these increases represent a $100 to $150 rise in the US. PS5 Pro has seen the largest jump of $150, or about a 20% increase. It's like, man. Now the reasons for the price hike. We're also going to quickly look at the consumer impact here too. Sony attributes the price increase to ongoing pressure in the global economic landscape, including, oh boy, this. Rising memory and RAM costs, driven by the high demand from AI data centers and limited supply. I know that the RAM is a big problem, that's why I can't upgrade my PC up to 64 gigabytes of RAM or anything like I've been wanting to, because like I got 32 gigs and Google Chrome takes about like 75% of that at the least. Global supply chain challenges and inflationary pressure. Again, I think everybody's agreement that inflation is just a cheap excuse. It's just corporate greed. You're just raising the prices. When you say inflation, you just want more money. That's how it is. Like, you have a say in whether or not you conform to, like, inflation or anything. Like, come on. And the need to maintain profit margins while continuing to deliver high-quality gaming experiences. This third price increase for the PS5 generation, following earlier adjustments in August 2022 and April 2025, reflecting a trend where console prices are rising rather than decreasing over time. And that's frustrating, because the only way you're going to get a lower price is if you buy a used version of this console that hasn't been scalped on eBay or anything. Now you also look at the consumer impact. Of course, the version with the disc drive and everything, or entry level, I guess you could say, for the PS5, it's jumping up $50. While full setup, including the PS5 Pro, could approach $900 or more, because we know there's going to be another increase for that too. Analysts note this may shift the market towards higher income consumers as gaming becomes a more premium hobby. And that's a problem, and I'll get back to that in just a moment. Price hike also affects related devices like the PlayStation Portable, so that's going up $250. Consumers planning to purchase a PS5 before April 2nd may benefit from the current lower prices as increase is imminent. Overall 2026 PS5 price increase reflects broader economic pressures and rising component costs, signaling that gaming hardware may contribute or continue to be more expensive in the near future. And that's a big problem, because you look at here in America, we are like the third largest market for like gaming industry when it comes to consumer purchases and everything. I think the only two countries that are above us are like Japan and it's, I think, North Korea. Just like, we're the third largest country when it comes to consumer spending, like spending and everything on this industry. And it's making it harder to even enjoy this or anything when everything's more expensive. I still don't even have a PS5 myself. This thing's been out for I don't know how many years. And it's like, how are people supposed to be able to pay these prices and everything and like show their support for these companies like PlayStation / Sony or anything if they can't afford it, because it's just getting more and more expensive as like every time we blink. Like, I even want to get a Nintendo Switch 2, and that still is almost $500. Because next thing you know, you try to get it, and then all of a sudden, oh, we got to do another price increase, and all of a sudden, the base model of the Nintendo Switch 2 is the exact same price of what it was if you bundled it when it first released with Mario Kart Land. It's just like the only thing I can say is like it'll give people reason to still like invest in the current generation of games or consoles and everything that people have already, like maybe the original Nintendo Switch. Some people might still be going through the PS4 and stuff like that, but eventually that's going to stop being supported with games and software like security updates and everything. And it's like, how are people supposed to be able to then upgrade to the next thing that's going to have more modern games and that people are going to be invested in and getting updates for all these other things if they can't afford it anymore because everything's just costing them an arm and a leg? Like, it's just so bizarre. It's just like, I get that these companies need to make a profit, but some of these just constant price increases, especially for like stuff like this, is just like, it's frustrating. Like, you look at Netflix, they say they have their reasons, like, and I already closed a tab. It's just like, oh, inflation, all this other stuff, which or like oh the friggin' in reinvesting in content and the whole improving the service and everything. It's just like they're looking for any excuse to say, oh, we want more money. This one, like, yeah, they have something like at least a bit more understandable with RAM and everything, but it's just like seeing all these consoles constantly going through this is nuts. In fact, look, let me even look at Xbox quick a second here too, because I'm more of an Xbox guy, or I think it might have been 2025. Yeah, we had this here, where the Xbox consoles even increased as well too. Broader trend of increased costs for consumer electronics and economic challenges and all that stuff. It's like gaming is like a very, very common form of entertainment, and people need it. Like if they want to maintain any level of sanity at this point, it's like I think that like that's essentially the same reason why people get invested in these streaming services, like for like Netflix and all that. Entertainment. Look how it was during the pandemic. Everybody was stuck inside. They needed entertainment to maintain sanity and everything, so they went with what they got. But nowadays, with everything moving so fast, and next you know, a new console releases every few years to the point where people can't keep up anymore, it's tough to be able to invest in any of this stuff when everything's just so easily out of our price range. Like people have to work like multiple jobs and constant overtime just to be able to get through this, and that's not a fun reality. We want to be able to enjoy our entertainment that we got, whether it be investing in like Nintendo Switch 2s, the Xbox Series X, so that you can play disc versions of the games that you don't have digitally for previous consoles and the current ones, PlayStation 5s, and all that other stuff. It's just like it's a frustration. I'm hoping that people understand where I'm coming from with all this, because I'm sure some of you'll have like relate to at least one of these two subjects, either the streaming or the gaming stuff. It's like, even for me, I at least want to get a Nintendo Switch 2 at some point, but I have a feeling before I can get it, they're going to be like, oh, increase, and that's going to sink my heart and everything. Is this something that I really want? But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this whole constant price increase, especially with the ones involving like Netflix and PS5 recently, because like I said, it's a big headache. It's just like it makes people feel torn about like if anything's justified. Even look down here quick a second. Xbox prices hiked again in U.S. amid Trump tariff chaos and everything. And that becomes another problem because the guy who's in charge of this country, for whatever reason, just keeps putting tariffs on everything, and then it becomes more expensive because it's the American consumers that are getting these products that are paying the major, like, I think it's like, what, 97% of the tariffs? Anywhere between like 96 and 99%. So it's like, you're just hurting people in your own country by putting these tariffs and making everything more expensive. It's like, people can't save money on the side, like to eventually get one of these things, or even natural things nowadays. It's like it's supposed to be the greatest country on earth, but yet everybody's struggling to survive, and it should not be that way. But like I said, let me know what y'all thought in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and good everybody.